All right, hey everybody, I'm here at Marina Dodge, and I've got Ganesh here with Davey, and I wanted to ask you, and let me introduce, sorry, what's the names? Gautam and Sanjeev. Yep, and so they're here today at Marina Dodge because they just got themselves a nicer, newer vehicle from Phil here, and I wanted to ask you about your experience. So, in the past, what was your experience like buying a car?
It wasn't as smooth as this, I would say. Even though I was trading in and had a negotiation, but still I felt it went smooth.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And Davey, in the past, I think we talked about this briefly, but it's not something you necessarily enjoyed.
It's not.
No. That's very fair.
But at least I can say it was faster today.
It was faster today, right? That's wonderful. And yeah, your experience today, Ganesh, working with Phil, what would you say your experience was like?
I would say he wasn't pushy. Things went fast. Doesn't mean he was pushy. It's the other way. It's a good way that we were sailing smooth and it was going fast.
Fantastic, yes. And if you had any friends or family that were watching this video, what would you recommend they do?
Yeah, I would say come check with Philip. He's a cool guy.
The cool guy.
Yeah.
Philip, the cool guy.
He's loud, but
come see me.
He's loud,
but not pushy at all.
But not pushy. Phil, if somebody wanted to get a nicer, newer vehicle, how would they get a hold of you?
233-9184, or come on down, 943 Ridge Road, Webster.
And you'll take good care of them.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks, guys. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Sir, this is Jonathan, our customer service.
Hi there, sir.
Ganesh.
Ganesh, yeah, I met Davey outside a little bit ago. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you so much. You honor us with your presence today. We really appreciate the opportunity to help your family. I understand was it your sister's just moving to Michigan as well?
Yeah, she did already.
Yeah, she just moved here, yeah?
Yeah.
She was saying, your wife was sharing with me that you guys, part of the reason it has the miles it has is because you're going to Connecticut and Michigan, and now you have another family member who just moved here to Michigan. Yeah?
Yeah, last week I was there in Grand Rapids.
Oh yeah, that's exciting, right? Yeah, you have to be happy to have them close by, right?
Yeah,
of course. Well, I understand you had a question about the value of the vehicle, and certainly we appreciate that. I wanted to just kind of, did you have the printouts on the third-party stuff? Yeah. So I'm sure you may be familiar from the research that you did. When we're looking at the value of a vehicle, we obviously have to look at what the market will allow on the vehicle based on the condition of it, the miles, the history, how old it is, and obviously in your case, the rust damage that's affected it. It's going to make it very, very difficult for someone to buy the vehicle after the fact. And then the miles on his right now is how many
127.
Miles? 127. So the other factor that makes it a little bit of a challenge in a vehicle like yours is once a vehicle gets over 100,000 miles, a number of banks that will even loan money on the car, it drops to the smallest number of banks. So when we take a vehicle like yours, basically we can't resell the car at our dealership. So we would have to have a wholesaler resell the car, and so we have to honor like the wholesale market on the car. And that's why we have to use these values that come in through there, because we're not the ones that will actually keep your car because we can't refinance it to somebody else. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's why it arrived at the value that is there. Now I am curious because I also see that you were looking at some payment scenarios. Is that correct?
I already told him that I have finance arranged.
You do?
But he said he would try if it can be,
No, we will be.
matched or...
Yeah. Well, so we have what's called a preferred lender agreement with banks in the local area. The way that works is basically we understand that we have our core banks that are in-house banks that we use, and then there's other banks that are in the market that we don't have our core lending agreements with. If a customer is doing business with a bank that's not our core lender, then what we do is we do what's called the preferred lender package, where we secure all the financing for you, and then you're able to use that financial agreement to use it as a negotiation or leverage with another bank if you choose to see if they can get you an even better rate. It gives you the most power in the negotiation to get the good deal. The same way you shop for a vehicle to get the good deal, you want to shop for the financing to get the good deal as well, correct? So which financial Summit, is that one of our cores? So you're already within our core program. So whatever Summit offers, we offer because we honor Summit's agreements. So either way, now if we have another internal bank that can offer you even better than Summit, we will also let you know of that. And if you're willing to go with a different lender for savings, we'll give you that option as well. Does that make sense?
It's more than savings. It's like convenience. ESL was offering much more lower.
Yeah.
0.2% lower for me.
Yeah.
But for me, Summit, I can just move it from my checking account, auto
Exactly.
payment and everything. It's
Then-
easier one account.
Then
to
if we
look at.
if we already use Summit as a lender, then you'll still have that same flexibility.
I calculated for the whole
Yeah.
value of the vehicle
Yeah.
loan, I saved like $150
Absolutely.
by going to ESL. But I thought it's much more convenient. I
For the-
wouldn't
for
miss
the
a payment
savings,
or
it's not
anything.
worth it.
It's all automated. And
Perfect. And then we can put it in the computer as many ways as you want. Of the scenarios that are listed here, is there one of these scenarios that you would like us to submit to Summit for you? Which of the scenarios? The 0, the 5, the 1002, or a different number?
I was going with 0 down.
Okay. And then which of the terms would
48
you...
and 60, that's what.
Those are the two you would
Yeah.
consider? Okay. Okay, and then Summit?
Trade-in, I'm still not convinced that, because last night I was looking at it and it was like 2,600, and with the condition of the vehicle, I was thinking like I'll get at least 2,200.
Yes, absolutely. And when you were saying you were looking, help me understand what you mean.
Nara guys, the one he brought in was.
That's the Black
the
Book?
Black Book. I don't know. I never
We got
heard
3 of them
that.
here.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, well, Black Book is the most popular book for wholesale values.
Oh, okay.
So that's the one that's for wholesale values, because Black Book only works on wholesale values. Other books, KBB and some other books like that, those ones are more used for retail values. But if you're doing just a wholesale vehicle, then Black Book is the national standard for wholesale values.
Okay.
So if you call the bank and said, if I was going to get a wholesale value on my vehicle, what book would you use? The bank will tell you we use Black Book. That's the one that everybody uses for wholesale values. Okay? But yeah, so if you look at
Yeah,
it,
that's why you can ask.
Yeah.
Look, I never negotiated the price on your sticker price.
Yes,
Did they
absolutely.
ever talk about it? No.
right? Oh, I appreciate that. No, absolutely. And then in this case, you're familiar with Kelley Blue Book, obviously.
I never used it. They are bloated or they are totally underwhelmed.
Yeah,
I never used it.
I know, but that's again, it's another guide out
Yeah,
there.
I
So
know.
we have to look at a couple different ones, just like you would, right? So in this case, on the value on the value of the vehicle being $1,200,
Okay.
what you were saying was to get closer to $2,200. Is that correct?
I was looking at least 2K for it.
2,000. So that would be like an $800 difference, right? So the challenge, my friend, and any reasonable offer is something we will always entertain, because we're here to help you get a car. We don't need to keep the cars. We want you to have them on the road. So, but if I look at from the value, if I take 800 more compared to the 1,200 value, if I take 800 divided by 1,200, it's 66%. So 800 represents 66% of 1,200. So in a case like this, if I was to simply try to give you 66% more of the value of the vehicle, you can appreciate that would be very hard to justify. In a similar way, on your vehicle that you're buying today, the price on the new vehicle is almost $19,000. So as you can imagine, if we're buying your vehicle and the same thing was to apply, if I was to take 19,000 times 0.66%, that would be like asking you to pay 31,500 for a vehicle you know is worth 19. That's 66% more. So you can imagine, when it comes to the value, even though the amount you're asking for doesn't seem like a lot of money, it's only $800, it's not a lot of money, but it's a lot of money compared to the wholesale value, the actual value of the vehicle. It's a 66% increase. So the challenge we would have is,
I understand.
yeah, if we're giving it to a wholesaler to overpay by 66%, the wholesaler's not going to pay us that amount. The wholesaler's going to pay wholesale value. So then we lose 66% by overpaying. And obviously, I would never disrespect you, of course, by asking you to pay 66% more than my van, and because that would be unreasonable. And in a similar
I
way.
never negotiated on your second price.
Yeah, absolutely.
The reason because you know the value of your car and I know the value of my car.
No.
And yeah, I know we are in a, we are not in a agreeing with that, but
No, I completely, like I said, I completely understand your position. I think it's very reasonable for you to ask the question. In fact, whenever a customer is asking for either a discount on ours or if they were asking for an increased value for theirs, every customer I've ever worked with is always trying to either just be fair, they want to win, or they want like us to lose. Some customers, that's how they are, right? And so, I understand that. When you're looking for the deal today, it sounds like of the three customers, just trying to be fair, you want to win or you want us to lose. Which of those three?
I want to be fair.
Isn't that
That's
right?
why I never negotiated your price.
Yes.
But I kind of understood, and I know my situation better, right?
Of course.
So if that's what I'm going to get for my car, and probably I can drive it for a couple of more years, and then if it's already a junk, let it be. I can drive it for a couple of more years. And then,
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
So what I want to do is I'm looking at, again, the three different values: the NADA, the Black Book, and the Kelly Blue Book. If our goal is to be fair, which I appreciate that very much. Obviously, it means a lot that you're saying that. To me, I think the fairest thing possible is always to just try to remove any agenda and just try to say, well, what's the fairest thing? Okay. And in this case, if we were to take the value of three different guides, average them together, and come up with the individual average of those guides, that would be, to me, like one of the fairest ways to do it. So if I took the average of the three guides, would you consider that to be also fair? Well, if you do the average, the average comes out to 11.15. So that's actually, unfortunately, that's even less than what we're already doing. So,
that's my situation, because
Understandable.
I'm not driving a sedan, and I'm driving the same kind of a car with the same.
Understandable.
So I can drive that and save more money, right? That's where I'm going, because if I'm not getting fair value for my product.
Well, I would agree with you 100%, Ganesh. But I think if we took the average of three completely independent sources, it seems to me that it at least is fair. I'm just trying to say, because I don't control these guides, obviously, right? You don't control them, I don't control them. So to me, if you get the average of three, that to me seems like a very fair way of doing it. So I do believe that what we're offering you is fair. If the average is 11.15, if that's the average of the three, using the NADA, which you said you would use, using the Black Book, which is the correct one to use on a wholesale car, if we just even average the two of these, because you said you don't trust Kelly Blue Book, if we took the average of those two.
I won't even agree with the rough condition, because the engine is very good. Your mechanic might have inspected it. The struts are new, brand new.
Okay.
I replaced all the 4 struts, which costed me like $1,200.
Absolutely.
Last spring I did that.
Yeah.
So it's like 16 months old.
Yeah. So part of the reason that it's assessed in the rough condition, Ganesh, one of the major reasons.
The panel is rusted.
The visual when somebody walks up to the car for the first time. Because you have to imagine, the person who would buy that car is a person who maybe has very limited financial means.
Yeah.
And they have obviously, if they're looking at a minivan, they have a family. And so they're looking at that, and their first thing when they walk up, they see that and they go, ooh, and then they see the miles and they think, on 127,000, you took good care of the car, but the person coming to buy it doesn't know any of these things, right? So the person coming to buy it only sees 127, almost to 130 miles. They see the exterior condition, and people's first impression is they see the outside and they judge the inside based on the outside, just like we do with people, right? You look at the outside of somebody and you're not supposed to judge the inside by the outside, right? But that's what people do. So they see the outside and they go, ooh, this car wasn't taken care of. Even though it may have been taken care of. They see the outside and judge the inside. And then they look at the miles and they become afraid. You know, what if the transmission goes out? What if the engine goes out? Getting an extended warranty on this car is almost impossible. It's very expensive. It would be like $4,000. Getting it financed would be almost impossible. You'd have to have like an 800 credit score to finance a car this old with this many miles. So they would have to pay cash for the car and hope nothing happens. So that's why it's rated in the rough condition. Not because we believe you didn't take care of it, but because with the miles that it has, it's just going to rank that way. Okay. Yeah. So anyways, I feel like if we just take the two values here, let me look at that. Yeah, so if we add these two values together, it comes to 2,500. And so dividing that comes to 1,250. So using the...
What I got from you.
Yeah, please, thank you. Yeah. So NADA.
50, and I was surprised, like, you know, you see the...
Yeah, so what I'm saying to you, my friend, is that's the number I just came up with here.
In retail is 24.75, which I wasn't expecting.
Of course not.
Yeah. So at least, you know, average is what I'm looking at.
I know, my friend. And if your vehicle had perfect exterior, I think average would be a very reasonable request. But as you know, when you walk up to the car, the first thing you notice is what? Yeah. It's the first thing you notice. And we can't pay to replace that panel. Replacing that panel and doing the body work would cost $1,000. So we can't take away that first impression. It's too late. The person who walks up, that's the first thing they're going to see. And they're going to judge the car. And they're going to want something that doesn't look like that. You know, because they're already scared to pay that kind of money for a used car anyway, with 130,000 miles. It's scary because the family that does this is going to be a family that has very limited financial means, that needs a car, and is scared to spend the money. So that car is going to probably, when we get a wholesaler here, the first thing he's going to do is he's going to go, and the wholesaler may offer us $800, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing. I know you know your product value, right? So do you want to cut there and meet us in the middle?
How about if I did this? And I'll be happy to research it.
The reason is, I'm telling you, I know, I'm explaining my situation.
Of course you are.
Right? And I know that vehicle can still, you know, it still has great
Absolutely.
value. Because even I told you, I drove through Canada, I went to Grand Rapids, came last. I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I understand.
Because, you know, it's not that it's going to break down. I don't have that fear. I know because
Absolutely.
I know the engine, I know the transmission, everything is good in that car.
Yeah.
It's riding perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have no problem. I can ride it more. If that's what I'm going to get, I can ride it for 2 more years and then I can, you know, make it donate that car and have a tax write-off. That's how much we are talking about here, right? And yeah, probably even the tax write-off would get me more than that, right?
I don't know how that would work on that. That's an interesting idea, though. Yeah, that might be. I would have to look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you want to buy this, I'm not saying I can sell that for $3,000. I'm being honest.
I know you are. I respect that. I appreciate it.
If I'm on Craigslist and expecting $3,000, I'm a fool.
Yeah, no one's going to come.
So, because I cannot tell them, person who is buying that level of a car, I cannot tell them how good the engine sounds. Yeah, come here, let me rave my engine and show you how it beats and everything. I'm not going to tell them.
Of course.
But I'm not going to get it. But for tax write-off, at least I can get. Yours is almost like a tax write-off.
Yeah.
It's like.
It's very close. Let me do this. Allow me one moment, please, to do just a little bit of research on that question, and I want to see, because if that makes sense, maybe that is the right option. Okay. Allow me just a moment, okay? I want to see what that looks like. Thank you so much. It'll be just a minute. I'll come right back. Thank you, Ganesh. Yeah, that's fine. You are shot. Lucas, can you tell me on, because his offer right now is basically $2,000. I can close him for 15, or I could probably keep him stuck here. But my question is, on the vehicle he's buying, if you did a Kelly and NADA, if you did that on our car, so I could show him our market value compared to what he's buying it for? Because I want to be able to support, because he's saying he's not asking for a discount on ours. He's like, if you're not discounting yours at all, why can't you help me on mine? That's his question.
Well, because we're already well below market.
But I don't have evidence of that. That's the problem.
That's fine. Hold on one second.
Are you guys ready to do the video? Yeah, thanks. All right, so if you're listening to this recording, I'm sitting here at the desk. I've got the manager pulling up the fair market values on our car so we can show our pricing compared to retail market value using the same guides and use that as a frame of reference for justifying our value. Have we got a video yet? Where? Okay. We need to get her. We need to get, dude. You need to get four. You need to get. You ready? Okay. All right, pausing this. You're good, my friend. Okay. So I wanted to do just a little bit more research because I felt like you were bringing up some very valid points. And again, on our position, regardless if a customer buys today or doesn't, our primary objective for us is that you feel like you were treated fairly and with respect, and that we were transparent the whole time. So here's what I had him pull, because I was curious. So I went ahead and had him pull the NADA of our vehicle and what it should sell for. I had him pull the Black Book wholesale for our vehicle and what it should sell for, and then the KBB value and what it should sell for. So that's what I wanted to look at and see, again, because on our end, you brought up a very valid question. You said, well, we weren't discounting ours. And it's a very fair thing to say, because if we don't show concession on our part, maybe we can show it on your part. And so that's what I wanted to investigate. So in this case here, at the price of $18,995, if again I do just the averages, I wanted to see how fair our number was, of course. I'm going to take the low number here, $19,750 plus $20,300 plus $21,160, divide by 3. The fair market value then should be $20,403, should be that number according to using the same fair averages that I was doing here. In our case, $18,995 divided by 20,403 is a 7% discount on the vehicle, or almost equivalent to taxes, basically. So our pricing has been pre-discount in order for it to be competitive on the internet. We pre-discounted our vehicle 7% lower, and I'm not even using the high number. In this case, I used a wholesale value. I didn't use a higher number, a retail value. Just again, to be fair. So this is where, my friend, I really feel like you're not making a mistake at all with these numbers. I think it's a very solid deal. If you choose to drive your vehicle, continue to drive your vehicle, obviously it does continue to depreciate in its value. And at that point, between now and a year or 2 years, if it continues to give you mechanical issues, you might be putting, the difference, that you were looking for, you might be putting $800 more into the car, and it still keeps dropping in value rapidly because you're going to eventually have to do something with it, right? So that's why I feel like it's a really good deal, and I feel like it's super fair. And so I would like to. Yeah.
I'll take the 1200, but can you put the rust protection and undercoating? Can you do that?
Wow, that's a great question too. I like your style.
Where's the bamboo go?
Yeah.
What is it? The bamboo under the fingernail.
Yeah. No.
Come on, start.
No, you know what? Here's what I'd like to propose. Because that's the fair market value on that, I will find out what my wholesale cost is on this, so I can tell you what my wholesale cost is. In exchange for giving you the wholesale cost, I'm going to ask you to do one thing for Philip that's very important to him today. We're in the middle of a contest we're doing right now that the salespeople are all part of. The contest is for which customer likes their salesperson the most. So we're doing a referral contest and a video testimonial contest. I have a salesman over there who two guys who are already beating Phil right now. So if I can get them to agree for the wholesale value in this, will you help Phil with the contest?
Phil with the contest?
Yeah, you'll help him help him try to win the contest.
We'll see.
Well, what do you?
I like him.
So you'll be willing to help him?
Take a little video of us,
We'll do a video testimonial.
me and you.
Yeah,
Oh,
of you endorsing Phil.
Sure.
Is that
Yeah, I
okay?
like Phil, he's a good guy.
I'm going to ask you to do 2 videos. This is very important. One video in English for the most of his customers, but then will you do one? Is it Hindi or Urdu or?
No, I don't know Hindi.
Oh,
India has 22 official languages.
oh, so okay. I know. Isn't Hindi like?
I'm
Is
from
Hindi
one
like?
of the state who oppose the national language, so it's
Oh,
a
really?
local state kind of a thing.
Oh, interesting. So is Hindi the biggest language?
Yeah, national.
That's the national language. Yeah, that's why I wasn't sure. Okay.
I
So
don't know.
so did you grow up with something other than English, or did you grow up with just English?
No, my mother tongue is Tamil.
Tamil. Okay.
It's,
But that's a very that's the southern province or something,
Yeah.
right? Is that where that's at? Yeah. Okay. So you speak.
Chennai, Madras, Curry.
Yeah.
Madras.
So yeah. So but so the language there is Tamar.
Yeah.
Do you speak Tamar?
Yeah.
So would you do a little endorsement in Tamar for him?
Sure, why not?
Thank you, because the next time he gets a customer from
Tamil
India,
is actually a world language. You see a lot of Tamilians in Canada, and there are people, presidents of countries
it's that
who
popular.
speak Tamil.
Okay.
So it's a world language.
So let me get this secured at the wholesale pricing,
Okay.
and you'll do the videos for him in English and in Tamar. Is that fair? Thank you for your business. All right. I'll show you that here. You start the paperwork, and then we'll be back. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Young man, thank you for your business. Are you excited you got a new van? Yes? Thank you so much. Yeah. Hey, what's our, can we, if we do this deal, no discount, no moving on the trade, we take the 12, can we get them the rust proofing undercoating at wholesale cost?
Sure, $9.95.
Yeah, whatever's wholesale. Like actual, what's wholesale?
Well, our cost is like $5.90.
Which package though? There's one with just
Yeah,
rust
I mean,
proofing
yeah, you just-
undercoating, which is cheaper. That's the just rust proofing and undercoating.
Okay, that's $2.89.
$289. What's the retail on it?
Usually we're like $9.95 on that.
Do we have anything that shows that's like anything printed that shows?
Let me see that. Well, there's another one there, the platinum pack right there.
Does it show pricing? Do we have anything that hasn't pre-printed, or is it always just kind of what we can get? What we can get.
I mean, you can show them that these two on a truck would be that individual.
So we'll do all of it for what?
Whatever you can get.
I know, but I want to be fair to the guy. What do you want to do?
I'd like to do it for $5.99. Just make a couple bucks.
Okay, that's fine. All right, my friend, here's the price on the undercoating and the rust protection. 700 and 400, a total of 11 normally. We can do it for the $5.99. So 500 is our cost on it. The 99 pays the detail guys to do the job. That's our wholesale cost, or that's our in-store cost.
$700, you said?
Yeah, well, so no, it would be normally 700 and 400, normally 1100 retail, but you're going to get it for $5.99, so 600 total. 500 is our cost on materials and warranty, and then the 99 is the paying the guys in the back to do the work.
No, I'm just
Do you want one of these individually?
the reason I said is I'll go with 1200 and you can include that, right?
Yeah, I know, but I appreciate that. But like I said, I can't just include it because I have hard costs. The shop charges me the money. The shop operates independently from us. We can't just go back there and say do things for free, because all the shop people have to get paid. The mechanics have to get paid. They all have to get paid. The shop has to operate its own expense cost. So the shop charges us. Now there's a wholesale charge the shop charges us internally.
It's not the same as Z-Bar, right? But
It is. Yeah, no, it is. It is. It's the Z-Bar. It's the Z-Bar.
Every year or?
No.
On the undercoating, they do yearly inspections.
Yeah, yearly inspection to make sure there's nothing going on.
If there's chips or anything, they'll respray.
They
it.
respray it for free.
And they'll send you a card in the mail to remind you.
Yeah. So you're getting essentially an $1,100 value for only 6. And I'll honor that in the future if you want to wait. If you want to say, let me think about it and come back. Phil will put it on the WIO. It's a legal document that guarantees that we'll honor that in the future. So would you like me to put a 3-year honor on it? Do you think you'll wait up to 3 years, or how long would you wait before you make a decision?
You know, the reason I brought that up is I'll agree with the 1,200, so you can give me.
Yes, sir. And I'm giving you, like I said, from what I'm able to give you, I'm giving you almost 50% of the profit, or I'm giving you the whole profit. I'm giving all of the markup on it. Absolutely. And like I said, I will honor that. If you want me to put in writing, I'll honor it up to 3 years from today. So if you want to come in a year from now, if you want to come in a month from now, we will honor the same pricing, so you still get the same discount. And is that fair?
Yeah.
Would you accept a 3-year guarantee of pricing?
I'm still, I hope you understood me correctly. Because
Yeah, of course.
Now I'm not getting anything.
Well, what I said I was
still settling for 1,200.
Well, what I said I would do is I would give you this at the wholesale cost. So I'm giving it to you at our internal cost. So if Phil wanted this done on his vehicle, he would have to pay the same amount. So that's our internal cost on no markup, no profit. I just need to pay for the supplies, I need to pay for the techs to do the work, and I need to submit the warranty work so that when it does have issues, you come in and make a claim, and I have to be able to submit the warranty. All these have hard costs.
From your perspective, from my side, like I'm settling for 1,200, and again I have to pay 600 more, right?
Instead of 1,100 more, yeah. So it's still a significant savings. It's $500. It's a very significant savings. And if you want to do it today and have it put into the loan so it only affects the payment like $3 or $4 or whatever the total difference payment is, if you prefer that, that's fine. If you want to wait and maybe come after tax season next year or something, then I would put it in writing to give you the guarantee, so you won't have to pay the marked up price when you get it done.
So what else? What other packages do you have?
Here they all are right here.
Yeah, this is all of
the rust protection where they go into the door panels and rust proof it. Okay, the undercoating.
Is it the same that you're talking
Yeah, it's the same product. Yeah.
But now this is the diamond gloss finish where they clay bar the whole car and they go over where the adhesive it adheres to the clear coat. Never have to wax your car. And the inner guard where they spray your carpet and your rugs so you can dump a gallon of chocolate milk, blah, 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 and it won't soak in until you mop it up. And of course the Z-Bar glass treatment, that's Rain-X on steroids. Industrial strength.
Because you are promising me like you can give this
I
for
promise
900,
nothing.
right?
I promise nothing.
You said 900.
If I could give that to you for $95, would you take it? The whole package?
For 900.
$9.95.
995.
Well, that's a significant discount.
Yes, it is. I don't know if they'll do it, but they'll put it right into your loan.
Look, the only reason they would do that, if I tell them you're doing the 2 videos, maybe, because that's a pretty deep discount.
Then you don't have to worry about when you trade your car in the rust.
Yeah, I know, but that's well over a $2,000
I don't know
package.
if I can do that. It's above my pay grade. But
Yeah.
he'll check.
Yeah, I can go
Just-
ask.
See if they can give it to him for $9.95.
Well, which one do you want?
The whole thing.
No.
Oh no.
You're making me spend more money.
He's
The
actually
value that I cannot see.
Actually, I'm trying to save.
He's actually protecting your investment, because if their vehicle didn't have the damage, if it didn't have the rust, it would have.
I bought it used, I told you.
Oh no, I understand. But if you come in here 10 years from now, and you have these protections, 10 years from now your vehicle by warranty will look the same. So that's why people choose to make a bigger investment up front to protect it for 10 years, so they can get their maximum return when they come in 10 years. But so which would you like me to do? Would you like me to honor it right now? Would you like me to secure the pricing for up to 3 years, or would you like me to talk to them about this? And this one is, I have to go ask, because I don't even think.
Yeah, I'll
It's-
take that if you make it 1500 on my trade. Right, Philip?
No, Philip's. Don't give Philip a heart attack, okay? His health's not the best. We're telling him to eat better. But so keep filling out the paperwork. I just need to figure out the details of what he wants, so you can get him and Davey out of here as soon as possible. Which one, sir?
Yeah, as I said, like I was trying to get more, since I'm lowering on my trade, and
Understandable.
I was expecting that you could give it for, two, because it's a serve. But now you said it's Z-bar. You got to pay Z-bar.
We have to. It's not an internal product.
It's not a fair ask from me.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for recognizing that. It's so, but I will honor whichever request you'd like. So,
Say like, should we go back to the trade-in value, or?
well, at that point, like I said, if my vehicle wasn't already priced, 7% below, if my vehicle was priced right at the market,
I wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
You also should know that, right?
right? Isn't that true? So we were already very competitive on that. So if we had started by an unfair offer to begin with, I would almost understand more that you're trying to get a better than fair deal.
It's not like the reason I'm here is
because it was
market and a good
That's
pricing,
exactly right.
competitive pricing. That's why I'm
That's
here.
exactly right. And when we sell your car to the wholesaler, we as a business, it would be irresponsible for us to take an unnecessary loss on a vehicle that we have to sell to a wholesaler. If we had the chance of making a profit on your car, if we could take it and then retail it to somebody and make a profit because maybe they would buy it from us and maybe they would buy a protection and maybe they would buy a warranty, then we have more flexibility because we can take a calculated risk. But where there's no chance of making, we don't even have a chance of making the opportunity to make up a profit. So to operate it at a loss is just it's a poor business decision at that point. If I had more flexibility, I'd be happy to honor it. So, are either of these options attractive?
Yeah.
Which is more attractive?
For me, right now, my mind is saying like 1500 and this for 990. What Philip said. 995. What do you think of it? That could be the final thing.
Hold on. Let me explain what I'm going to ask you to help Philip with the contest, because if you're willing to help Philip, and in a sincere gesture, if you're really willing to help Philip, then I want to see. I'll go do that because I answer directly to the owner, so I can go straight to the owner with your request. Okay. Here's the thing. Do you happen to have your phone on you by chance?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind if I see? I want to show you something because I want to help you understand what I'm going to be doing later. We're going to do. If you could open it up for me, okay? Okay. So in your contacts right now, you have. Let's see.
That's all.
Oh, that's all of them. Okay. Sometimes it tells you like the total number, but if I had to just guess, oh my goodness. You
got half the world in there.
Jeez, Louise, man.
Who do you have?
You got several hundred in there. Oh no, almost 300. Okay. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do. For him to have a chance to win the contest today, he needs you to give him the video endorsement and 50 names and numbers that we can send the video to. When we send the video, here's exactly what will happen. You will do a video endorsement of Philip talking about the good experience he did for you and your family. We're going to upload that video to YouTube. We're going to create a very simple text, and we're going to send it to individually, one at a time. We'll never bother the people. We'll never call the people, harass the people. We simply send them the video of you endorsing Phil. If they watch the video and they think, we need a car for our daughter, we need a car for our son.
Let me be honest with you.
Please.
Okay, I don't have many friends.
Okay?
All my friends in family are they're outside. You spoke to my wife.
Yeah, yes, I know.
Connecticut, New York, New Jersey.
But out of 300, you have 50.
What is it?
You have 50 out of
So
300.
those are international contacts. I have worked in 5 countries.
Okay.
No, what?
So
how many relatively local contacts would you say you have?
probably 2 or 3 friends. That's all.
Stop. Out of the 300?
Yeah.
Only 2 or 3?
Well, you got 4 now.
4, yeah, 5. Okay. Because if you
I go to school activities and
and you'll tell your friends locally anyway, right? But
I don't have their contacts.
I wanted to have the
I don't have their phone numbers or anything.
I wanted to have the commitment of the 50 because it would give me you've been honest at every step. I appreciate it. But for the leverage for me to be able to say, make this compromise, make that compromise, it would make sense if I was able to do so because it would give Phil a unique advantage, right? But 2 people is not a strong advantage for Phil.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I appreciate your honesty. We'll still get the video.
Like a couple of neighbors.
Yeah, we'll still get the video. We'll still do that. But I just
To
get
to school here
Yeah.
and everything.
I just
Tons of people.
here's what I think. I think $9.95 on this it's probably our cost again. So
And 15
so that's going up by 25%. Because it's 300 on top of 12, so that's 25% of 12. So you're asking for 25% more and 50-60% off on this. That's a lot of ask. I will find out what my cost is on this. Okay? I'll find out what my cost is. I'm not promising you the $9.95 because I don't want to speak out of respect for the owner. I don't want to speak out of turn. I'll find out what my cost is, and I'll let you know what I can do there. You keep filling out paperwork because we're still moving forward. Okay? All right, thank you. All right. Hey, boss man. So while I was down there, Phil was talking to him about all this stuff now. So now he wants to know, what if he went with that? What could we do for him on that?
The whole package, $9.95.
Yeah. We could do $9.85 and you're comfortable with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Is $9.95 making us any money or no?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so if I do...
So it's still $100 too.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Just to clear.
Yeah.
So he's asking for, if he does this at $9.95, can he get 15 for his? I'm telling him I don't think I can do both. Right?
Yeah, I'd rather not. But
I'd rather not.
Okay.
Right? I'm comfortable with hold gross, bro. So am I right?
Just so you know where I'm at right now.
We got nothing. We're on a okay. So then there's nothing really to work with anyway.
No, because here's what this is and that's what we own it for.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
That's what it was online for, though. I don't have a choice.
Lucas, if you charge him $2,000, if you charge him $2,000 for the premium, the whole entire thing, then you can give him the 15 for his car.
Well, he's not going to do that. No, he ain't going to do that. No. But I'm thinking I come at him with.
Yeah, if you see that for $9.95, that's $500. Well, it's about $500. What do you want? It's the one with. Yeah, because now we're.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell him it's like.
I should say, how about 1,300, then that way, and I'll do it at 9.95.
Even though we usually start
13.95.
Yeah. That way, you don't grab it.
Yeah.
This guy's hell bent on getting his own money. Taking loan and get a check or something.
That's fine. We'll keep working on it. We're gonna submit. Okay, my friend. Here's what I found out. I'm working with a cost of $11.50 on the package. Okay. So my question to you is, will you buy this at $11.50 if I do $1,300 for yours?
Same thing, right?
What's that?
I mean, it's at 1,500 and 950 and.
Yeah, we were at basically 1,012 right before, and now we're at 13 and 150. But that's again working with cost here. The other thing is, again, if I understand correctly, you're going to let us submit the summit, right?
No, he wants to get his own check, walk into the bank, get his own check. Even though we're going to go through Summit.
Well, what's your question there? I'm sure. If we're using, I'm saying because we're using Summit too. So assuming we're using
For
Summit,
me, everything is in one shot for me. When I log into my account, I see.
it will still be that way.
No, it won't be, right? It
Yeah.
won't be tied to my membership account. It will be a different membership account.
No, we're going to contact Summit. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I already submitted my application.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no. When we do a loan, if we do a loan through Summit, right? If we do a loan through Summit, it will be linked to your account through Summit because it's one bank. That's how that works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you
So
sure?
I'm telling you 100% I'm sure. But here's the other thing: when you sit with our finance manager, he will look you in the eye and tell you 100% sure too.
Okay.
And like I said, and if you'll allow us to, because right now we're talking about 100 here and 100 here, if we can save you enough money to justify the convenience, then you'll be able to make that choice as well. For 150 over the course of the loan, that's not enough to justify it, obviously, right? You already said that. That wouldn't make sense. But if we have a bank that can get you a preferred program better, we'll let you know what it is, and then you can also decide to save money there, right? So, what do you think?
I'm still not convinced on that.
Okay. I know you're not convinced. I know you feel like I'm being fair, and you said we wanted to be fair.
I understand your position.
Of course. So at this point, if I lose, $150 on my cost, and you're at 13, if I do that, then that would be like much more beyond that would be irresponsible, right? And this is you getting, again, an already exceptional price in the car, and you're getting a great value, and I'm treating you more than fair on the average values, which we agreed the objective was to be fair. So I believe in this case, you're being very fair with me if you accept this. I'm being very fair with you if you accept this. So I believe that's consistent with what we both said we wanted to do. And we're done. So you can enjoy the rest of your day, so Davey, and you can go do something other than sit at a dealership. So, is that a deal?
So you're saying this one?
Yes. I'm saying at this deal here, I'm not losing money, except when I sell it to a wholesaler. I have to find the right wholesaler to take your car so that I don't lose that much here. At this point, I'm not losing money. I might lose money. If I go any lower here, I am losing money, and I might lose money.
You should also understand, that's almost $900 less than what I was thinking.
Of course.
For me, it's hard.
I know.
To get
You've
on
had to
there.
make adjustments. I know. I completely agree. That's absolutely true. I appreciate it. And that's why I appreciate how flexible you're being.
You put all your costs and then
Yeah.
made up for your vehicle, and you said this is as low as I can get.
Yeah.
For me, I sat last night
And
I did
you did your own
my
math.
calculation,
Yeah.
and I
No,
came
I
up with
understand.
that. And
So here's what I'd like to do. I would like your agreement at either, here's what I'm saying, at 1150 and 13, I'm calling that is very fair. At 1013, I'm calling that better than fair. Because at that point, you're really winning. If I do anything different than that, I'm losing. So, fair, you win, or I lose. Which one are you comfortable with?
so you want to do that 1300.
Like I said, that's being fair to me, that's you winning, and anything below that is me losing. So I would like you to be fair because I think it is fair. And I think that's what you said you wanted. So I prefer you pick this. But I'm not upset if you pick this because I don't mind if my
Last night
customer.
when I was thinking that, I was not even thinking of that.
I know,
right?
I know, that's
Because
new. But you're getting,
it's 20 to 100.
yeah,
I'm looking at
of course.
taking that cost out of the new car that
Absolutely.
I'm getting.
I know.
Right?
No, I understand.
And now it's not a, if you actually see,
I'm comfortable getting rid of that
value
entirely.
what is it?
I'm comfortable getting rid of that entirely and honoring that, if you want to do that. So I will take any of those three offers and I'll be happy. This offer, or get rid of this entirely, just get rid of this and just honor that. Whichever of those three works for you is what I'll
So
be
you
happy.
mean 1300 for the trading
Yes.
and I don't have to do anything.
And we don't do any of this. If you would prefer. or you can take advantage of an over 50% discount.
So 1300 with this two. Are you okay with that? Under body and that.
Remember what I told you? That's $700. What did I say? 600.
$600.
Yeah.
Is that okay with you still?
It's, at this point, Ganesh, you're being very reasonable, so I'm not offended at anything you're offering me. I appreciate it, I really do. So I offered you this, I'm willing to honor that. I told you that I can do that. I'm doing that only because at this point you're going to give him 2 videos, and the next time he meets somebody from the Tamar area, he's going to be able to share that video with them, and it's going to make it easier for him to have another customer from India. So you're helping my friend build his business. So I'm willing to honor that because of your gesture of good faith. So I'm comfortable with whatever. I just need you to tell me which one so I can get the paperwork submitted.
Okay, we'll go with 1300
and those 2 for 6. You're comfortable with that?
Yes.
Shake my hand one more time. We have a final deal?
Right.
Thank you. All right, and then we're going to submit the summit, and I'm going to get the confirmation on what I promised you, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
And now I need your help there. You gotta fill this out now.
Yeah. Okay, so today I have a family here that just got themselves a nice newer vehicle at Marina Dodge, and we have Gautam, and we have Ganesh, and we have Sanjeev, and we have Davey here, and we have Phil. And I wanted to ask you, what was your experience like in the past buying a car?
இதுக்கு முன்ன கார் வாங்கும் போதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப புஷ் பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பாங்க. ஆனால் இப்போ வந்து அப்படி இல்லை. ஃபில் வந்து ரொம்ப இயல்பா இருந்தாரு, அதனால வேகமா முடிந்தது.
Yeah, and same to you, Davey. How was it like in the past?
எனக்கு கார் வாங்குறதுக்கு போறதெல்லாம் ரொம்பலாம் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் கிடையாது. இன்னைக்கு கொஞ்சம் ஃபாஸ்டரா முடிஞ்சது, so it was easy for me.
Oh, excellent. And yes, so today if anybody was watching this video and they were wondering if they should trust Phil with their business, what would you say?
Yeah, definitely. கண்டிப்பா வாங்க, மரீனா டாட்ஸ்க்கு வாங்க, ஃபில்ல பாருங்க. அவர் எல்லாத்தையும் நல்லபடியாக பண்ணி தருவார். ஃபில் அதிகமாக உரக்க பேசுவார், ஆனால் தள்ளி விட மாட்டார். உங்களை வேகமாக ஓட்ட மாட்டார்.
Yeah, and David, would you give your endorsement as well?
Phil ரொம்ப ஃப்ரெண்ட்லியான பர்சன். மரீனா டாட்ஜ்லேயே எல்லாருமே ஃப்ரெண்ட்லியாக இருந்தாங்க. வந்து எங்களை எதாவது குடிக்க வேணுமா சாப்பிட வேணுமா கேட்டுகிட்டே இருந்தாங்க. ஸோ definitely a good place to come.
Fantastic. And Phil, if they wanted to come in and do business with you, how do they get a hold of you?
233-9184 or stop on down 943 Ridge Road, Webster.
Fantastic. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.